Yo, 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 yo. What is good, YouTube? What's up, PlayStation Nation, gamers, Nintendo gamers, PC gamers, Xbox, whatever you are, gamers. Welcome to another episode of the JayBari Show, episode number 39 to be exact. What is good, people? I see y'all in the chat, man. What is up, chat? I'm not gonna lie. I had a very focused and streamlined, consolidated stream planned today, where my focus was going to be PlayStation. You know, my focus was going to be on the PlayStation console, on the PlayStation platform, the PlayStation community, the PlayStation executives, representatives. But we just got some news that came in today. You know, who is interrupting my intro? I can't begin to what I'm going to talk about without somebody joining a membership up here, man. Yo, Cobb Sandy, man, appreciate the 20 months of being a soldier first class member. Microsoft was like, look at us, we got bad news too. Listen, I'm gonna be honest with y'all. I'm not really gonna cook Microsoft here, because my focus is on what I'm going to talk about is more industry wide. Because in the news that we got today, from what I'm seeing, there's a bigger issue. You know what I mean? Like I get the jokes and people going to have this and that. I disagreed with a lot of what Phil Spencer have done gaming, with the Xbox, and that's just me looking from the outside in. But at the end of the day, I always respected Phil Spencer. If you guys listen to the show, like, I don't have no real disrespect towards Phil Spencer. You know what I mean? As far as there's representation with Xbox, yeah, there's certain things industry wide. I'm like, yeah, I don't jive with your statement here, or you trying to affect how I play my games here. You know what I mean? But overall, I respect the effort. You know what I mean? I respect the effort of what he did for Xbox, especially, you know, with that Xbox One to now to the series console. You know what I mean? Somebody like him that can represent a brand like that, or can garner the troops, you know, rally the troops, matter of fact, with a simple tweet or a simple video or a simple cameo, it's kind of insane. You know what I mean? To that level, as far as people excitement. Oh, Phil, you know what I'm saying? We had people out here screaming, Phil. You know what I mean? That's, you know what I mean? Yo, you gotta put real respect on that, man. Real talk. So yeah, as much as I know y'all want me to go in and bash, I'm not gonna really bash, because to be honest with you, I don't really think it's something to be bashing, because of like how I feel. And this is my opinion. How I feel this industry, the path where it's going, and how I feel the reason why he retired and why Cerebon resigned. You know what I mean? Even though, you know, I can make my quick little jokes here and there, you know, where people, well, Shuhei retired, you know, people say he got fired. When Jim Ryan retired, people say he got fired. You know, we can always have those little back and forth with people like, yo, I thought this, you know, retiring me, you got fired, this and that. But I'm not gonna go there. When they aim low, go high. Even though, you know, on Twitter I was too late anyway. But I appreciate y'all coming through, man. Listen, I'm gonna get right into it. I'm gonna get right into it. Gaming news, and we're gonna talk about Phil Spencer retiring, and Sarah Bond resigns. We gonna get to PlayStation and Bluepoint after that because that news was like yesterday. But we gonna talk about some Philly Spence, man. So what is good with y'all, man? Yo, Everly King, what's good, man? Oh, let me where my camera went. Oh, there we go. Yo, Mr. Eddie, what's good, man? iPhone user. You know the vibes. Yo, Sakuma, what's good, man? Yo, it's AI driven. Exactly. Yo, Kendra, what's up, Kendra? Yo, DC Gamer, yo, DC, what's good, man? Appreciate you coming through. Yo, Franco Tech, what's good, man? Yo, Furious Pickle. Yeah, that's a funny ass name. Yo, what's good, man? Yo, Killer Cam for sure, what's good? Yo, True Baby, what's good, man? What's good, man? Yo, Mr. Cobb Sandy, I appreciate you. Yo, Glenn, what's up, man? He said perfect timing. Yo, Lethal Gaming Inc. Yo, what's good, man? You see, y'all be changing up y'all names, man. I'm thinking like, who the hell Lethal Gaming Inc? You're mine. Y'all be changing up your name. Listen, I'm too old for this shit now. You know what I mean? This ain't 2016 bar. I'm too old for this shit. Foxing around. What's good, Austin? What's good, man? Big Hardcore Gaming. What's good, bro? Broken Lobo. What's good, man? Appreciate y'all coming through. Yo, Stardust and Sarah. What's good, man? You know what I mean? But yo, let's check out Phil Spencer real quick. Phil, if you don't know, now you're gonna know. Phil Spencer just retired from Microsoft. Okay, he was the CEO of like Xbox or Microsoft or something like that. And Sarah Bond was with the head of Xbox, but he has retired and he just made this tweet pretty much an hour and some change ago. So here's the quote, or here's the tweet. He said, "It's rare in life to know when a chapter is closing, but after 38 years at Microsoft, 38 years, yo, Wolfgang, what's good, bro? Crazy news, man. Crazy news, man. Listen, this is just a start. This is a start. Listen, I'm starting off calm. It's going to get crazy when I get to that PlayStation news. Huh? As much as, listen, I talk about Xbox here, but I don't primarily game on Xbox. But anyways, at the moment has arrived for me. I've made a decision to retire and begin the next chapter of my life. It's a milestone that's given to me a chance to reflect on the incredible journey I've been fortunate enough to share with so many of you. I'm excited for Asha Shar to step into CEO role. She's joined an incredible group of people, teams full of talent, heart, and deep commitment to the players they serve. Watching her lean in with curiosity and the real desire to strengthen the foundation we've built gives me confidence that our Xbox communities will be well supported in the years ahead. Yo, that's a I don't like that statement. Curiosity. You know what I mean? Watching her lean in with curiosity and desire. Experience is not in that quote. This is gonna be the CEO of Xbox, and she's coming into it with curiosity and desire. You know what I mean? She's a Green Lantern. She got willpower. The fuck going on here? She's leading Xbox with the power of green, with willpower. No experience, nothing. Yo, Chuck, what's good, man? Shout out to my man Chuck in the building. What's good, man? That stage better go with Unc. Yo, Bahamut Reeves, what's good, man? You know what I mean? That's a crazy statement. Somebody that's about to take over Xbox. And you already know them Xbox gamers, they not really on good footing with Xbox. You know what I mean? They're not really on good footing with Xbox. They're a little disappointed with Xbox. It ain't special no more over there. Huh? and it's not looking like it's gonna it's not looking like it's gonna be special anymore with this girl in charge. Well, curiosity. Thinking back, I'm trying to read Phil Spencer's tweet, man. He's retired. Yo, Anonymous Boss Gaming, I appreciate the, joining the Social First class, man. Appreciate it, my brother. Or rejoining the ranks. He said, yo, cool. Thinking back at my start as an intern in 1988, man, I was 4 years old. I never could imagine the path ahead. I've been lucky to work with so many passionate creators, partners, and colleagues and players across the industry. People who challenged me, taught me, and made this work full of joy and wonder. Yo, one thing I can say about Phil Spencer, he got a tough chin. Because the PlayStation Nation, we've all given Phil Spencer our fair share over here. You know what I mean? Like I said in the beginning, there's a lot of things I ain't really agree, a lot of statements. Remember when you said, yo, single player games ain't making no money, game sales don't matter. I'm not even gonna go back to the past, but he has said a lot of things to fill that Xbox, initiative, that Xbox message, right? But never would I have thought he would be retiring out of Xbox, especially after all the, next gen console. We'll get there. We'll get there. Let's finish up. Thank you to everyone who has been part of this chapter. This community has meant more to me than I could say. From here, I'll keep doing what always mattered so much to me, cheering on the teams, pushing this industry forward, and playing alongside the incredible community. See you online. And there you go, Phil Spencer. Look at my man Sumo out here. Copious amount of shit. You know what I mean? Shout out to Phil. At the end of the day, much respect to Phil Spencer. He has definitely brought a lot to the industry. You know what I mean? As much as I am not the real biggest fan of Game Pass, I definitely understand why Game Pass exists. You know what I mean? And to bring that type of plan over to keep Xbox alive, to keep people engaged within this community, it's pretty smart. Do I like it? Not necessarily. It's not my community, but pretty smart. They ain't gonna buy no games, rent them. Huh? But nah, at the end of the day, I have a lot of respect for Phil Spencer. I know a lot of y'all ain't gonna like me saying that, but that's the truth of the matter. You know what I mean? Somebody that been in the industry that long, 38 years. Think about your job right now. How long you been at your job? Some of y'all probably saying 2 years, 5 years. My man been there 38 years. Some of y'all not even 38 years old. Huh? That's crazy. That means he's proficient in what he does to keep his job that long. There was some other thing here that I'm gonna put out here where it says that Sarah Bond as well has resigned. Hold on one second. Let me get the gaming news. And part I feel that Sarah Bond resigned because Phil Spencer was her ride or die. Phil Spencer probably put her on, got her into the positions that she was on, and she liked Phil Spencer's message. She liked Phil Spencer's philosophy, right? And the fact that that's going away, or he's going away, she's like, yeah, I'm gonna go with the team. I'm gonna go with the team. You know what I mean? So she's out of there. But what's crazy is that the person that's taking over for Xbox is all AI. And we see Microsoft push this AI initiative heavy. Not saying that it's only Microsoft has pushed it, but we see Microsoft's, they have let go a lot of people because of this AI push that they're doing. You know what I mean? And the fact, what doesn't sit well with me is that the person that's taking over Asha, she's an AI executive. And she's the new boss of Xbox. That don't sit well with me, especially when we get to the PlayStation news and, you know, that's AI in general, of a lot of people losing their jobs because of this stuff, how costly it could be, and how it's packing up a lot of people out here within the gaming industry. When I saw this news, you know what I mean? I look at this more as like a downturn of the industry or where it's going. Like, they're so hyper focused on AI live service, you know, getting money out of gamers' hands that don't want to play video games, getting money out of gamers' hands that want to get the perks of grinding but don't grind. You know what I mean? That push in the gaming industry is getting disgusting. And I feel like a lot of the older people that, you know, the Phil Spencers, you know, we're going to get on Jim Ryan as well, the Sean Layden's, the Shuhei Yoshidas, a lot of the old guard, you know, they're getting out of there, retiring because of the push that the gaming industry is doing. You know what I mean? Even though there's a lot of people in the gaming industry, gamers included, the consumers, is letting it be known like, yo, we don't want this. But what they're going to keep doing, they're going to keep pushing until something clicks. I don't think this retirement is like something that he really wanted to do. From reading the statement, this is nothing that he wanted to do, but this is something that he probably saw where the company that he grew up working with 38 years, that's a lot of growing. You know, that's a lot of history. And you've seen the path where they're going. Yeah. Oh, this is where you're going? I'm going to gracefully bow out. Oh, you don't want to follow the marching orders? Oh, listen, I follow a lot of marching orders. I said a lot of things that I don't even want to say because I like this company. But this push right here, this AI push right here, I can't do it. And I feel like that's why Phil and Sarah is out of there. Okay, look at the statement too. Phil Spencer is retiring from Xbox and Sarah Bond is resigning. Does that even sound, you know what I mean? That even sounds fishy. Phil Spencer retires, but Sarah Bond resigns. What's the difference? You know what I mean? He said Sarah posted on LinkedIn earlier today. I don't think she saw it coming. Yeah. I seen that as well, where she posted on LinkedIn earlier in the day. Oh yeah, right here. We love to learn more about how you play so we can continue improving accessibility features. When everyone plays, we all win. Gaming is for everyone. She's posted something that, you know, senior product manager is posting on, you know, with accessibility features or whatnot. This is 4 hours ago. Or 3 hours ago on her LinkedIn. You know, where professionals post and socialize. That's their real Twitter over there. Their real Facebook over there. Their real networking over there. So yeah, I and the thing is, I saw that Phil Spencer as well. He's retiring. I think it's like on the 23rd or something like that of this month. So pretty much retiring on Monday. He's getting up out of there. I think let me try to find that real quick. Let me see if it's in the article. Yeah, right here. Somebody of his stature ain't just gonna announce he's retiring and then, you know, the weekend after he's gone. You know what I mean? Normally stuff like that, it takes a transition where you're going to retire. You announce your retirement probably 2 months, a month ahead so you get everything working. This seemed like it was just like very last minute. Like, hey, yo, I'm getting the fuck up out of here, man. Y'all can keep this AI bullshit. Yo, Persona, what's good, bruh? The 23rd. The man announced he's retiring on the 20th. Today is the 20th. You don't work the weekends. Well, you know, probably the CEO does. You know what I'm saying? Monday, he's out of here. Majority of the people don't work the weekends. They come back to work on Monday, and he's gone. That's crazy. When Shuhei retired, I think it was announced a month ago, 2 months ago before he retired. Same thing with Jim Ryan. Same thing with Sean Layden. He announced that he's retiring. Then it's like June, whatever, you know, ending the year off. This is not a normal announcement with a retirement. Something not right in that Xbox water, man. That Microsoft water. Huh? Their water is polluted by that AI slop over there. But this is where they're pushing. This is where they're going. You know what I mean? Yo, I was talking to Kendra and you know, on TZ and Persona, you know, when this news came out. And you know, one thing Kendra was asking is like, yo, when that Phil Spencer tell all interview coming? I said, listen, you might have to wait till the end of the year, probably next year. But I know, especially these Xbox people over here, I know they in Phil Spencer DM, they in Phil Spencer gamer tag messenger Xbox. They trying to lock that thing in. But typically, somebody of his stature retiring like that, he probably can't say nothing for a couple of months, probably even a year, depending on what the clause is. But yeah, it's crazy to see that somebody that worked 38 years announced their retirement on a Friday, February 20th, and say he getting the hell up out of here. He packing up on the 23rd. That doesn't seem like a peaceful transition. You know what I mean? Let me see something real quick. Let me see something real quick. Let me see. Is Satya on here? Is Satya on here? Is Satya on what you call it? How you spell his name? Satya. How you spell his motherfucking name? Is he on X? Is Satya on X? If Satya is on X, let me see that. If Satya is on X, let me see that real quick. Please. I need to see if Satya is on X. Yo, Hamad, what's good, man? Or Hamed. They said, oh yeah, Satya. Okay, I probably spelled it wrong. I don't know how to spell the motherfucking name, man. I want to see if he's on here. Did he quote tweet? Look, Reggie Fizame quote tweeted. People from the industry, and that's it. People from the industry is quote tweeting. Shout out to my man Tim Dog, man. Shout out to Crap. Damn, yo, Crap. Come on, Crap. Oh, type in Nadella. Oh, there we go. You see what I'm saying? You see what I'm saying? You see what I'm saying? Huh? You telling me that the head of Microsoft, Asha, look, he reposted Asha. He ain't comment on Phil joint. This wasn't a peaceful joint, man. This was what they post right here. Asha, named EVP and CEO of Microsoft Gaming. Oh, Matt Booty got a come up. Yo, so why Matt Booty ain't follow with yo? Shout out to Sarah Bond. You see what I'm saying? Shout out to Sarah Bond. She a real one. Sarah Bond is a real one. Huh? She ride or die with her peoples. Matt Booty is not a real one. Matt Booty is not a real one. You're prolific within the gaming industry. You know you can find another job, Matt Booty. You know another a gaming studio or publisher will hire you, Matt Booty. You gonna take that position? Huh? You're not a real one. You wanna be led by somebody that got curiosity and desire rather than experience. Huh? Let me see Asha. Hi, Asha, Asha a little cute though. Not gonna, you know what I'm saying? Asha a little cute, man. You know what I'm saying? She that's not a wedding ring, right? Where Asha at, man? Man, I can't DM her. Yo, look at it. Yo, how y'all following Asha already? How y'all even know about this girl? How many people following her? How y'all following Asha? You know what this tells me? Y'all are way too connected here, man. Look at all these people that follow Asha. This is the first time I'm hearing this person. Y'all are way too invested. Way too invested. Y'all following Asha? Y'all are way too invested in this joint, bruh. The first thing, anybody that following her, I'm exposing y'all. Anybody following her, the first thing y'all do is wake up to Twitter. The first thing y'all boot up in the morning is y'all scroll on X to see what's going on. If you following Asha, the fuck going on out here? Who she following? Who Asha following? PC shit. Oh yeah, Ryan McCaffrey, I got you blocked. But Tom Warren, I got you blocked. Yo, Xbox Game Pass, I got you blocked. Listen, I'm a man, I stand on my principles, okay? I stand on my principles. I ain't like y'all. I stand on my principles. I stand on my principles, man. Listen, I'm not here to bash Xbox Game Pass today. Like I always say, Xbox Game Pass, it has its place within the industry. But I ain't for it. Huh? Blocked. I don't play no games, man. I'm not following Asha. I can't message her. Let me see if I follow her. Yeah, see? I ain't following you. If that DMs is open, I'd have followed. You know what I mean? Satya Nadella message. Let me see if he even mentioned Phil. Wow. Please join me in congratulating Asha and Matt in their new roles and in thanking Phil for everything he has done for Microsoft. Yo, he saved Phil Spencer for the last sentence. Phil Spencer got one sentence out of this goddamn book that he wrote. The man worked 38 years in Microsoft and he got one, he didn't even get a full sentence. He got an and. He got a conjunction, junction, what's your function? What the hell is going on? Oh no, he got another sentence right here. All right, Phil got a sentence and a half. Huh? Yo, Dre, what's good, bro? Yo, Will, what's up, man? Yo, Wild Wolf, what's good, man? Yo, High on Life, what's good? Yo, Mally, what's up? Yo, really, like, yo, I said it earlier. We gonna talk about Herman Hulst, right? But I just feel like the place where a lot of these investors want the industry to try or to want the industry to get pushed to, a lot of these old guards that we grew up, you know, listening to for E3s, and you know, we watched them do interviews on a podcast and things like that. They are not for it. They're not fully committed to, you know, this push that the industry wants to go, which is just, you know, AI driven, live service driven, you know, microtransaction driven place. Huh? This shit's crazy. Yo, Don John Sean, what's good, man? He said, how smooth him doing? He didn't like Phil. Yo, Hero Down Under, what's good, man? Yo, Pro, what's good, bro? Yo, Kratos, what's up, man? That's kind of crazy though, man. That is kind of crazy that the man announced, oh, yo, they already got a picture up. Yo, Asha and Matt Booty already got it. This was planned by them. Oh, they got some nice chairs too. What are these chairs called? I know they start with an A. What's it? Saros or Saros chairs? These are some good chairs right here. Listen, I've been watching a lot of chair reviews and all that. You know what I mean? I stepped my chair game up. So when I see the chair, I know the chair. But they knew. Matt Booty and Asha knew. Phil ain't know. Phil found out today. And he said, "Yo, I'm gone this week. I'm gone by the 23rd." He ain't even waiting to the end of the month. February is the shortest month in the year, and he said, "I'm not waiting to the 28th. I'm gone the Monday. I'm gone. I'm gone before Resident Evil hit the platform." That's crazy, and I respect it. I respect it, Phil. Huh? I respect you retiring and get the hell up out of there. You know what I mean? The Xbox done drain all the essence out the motherfucker. Huh? I'm happy Phil is no longer a part of that Xbox stench over there. Nasty work over there. That Microsoft stench. Letting go tens of thousands of people to push AI. It stinks. You know what I mean? That stench was seeping through his pores. You could have seen it. Huh? Now he freed up. Freed up. What's the crazy part is I'm thinking about who or what they're going to tie themselves to, Because who in this gaming industry, if Phil Spencer come out and put a resume out there for you, who is not going to hire somebody like Phil Spencer or Sarah Bond? You know what I mean? Like, what is their future? You know, if Phil going to take like what Shuhei's doing, Shuhei, what he's doing, he's just helping smaller teams and he's helping promote people and stuff like that. Is he going to do stuff like that? You know, where he could be like a voice of reasoning to help people out or to promote, you know, smaller or games that he's liking. Like what he's going to do. Sarah Bond, I don't think she's just going to, you know, resign and be like, okay, I'm just going to be somebody to oversee and help, you know, mediate and help, you know, counsel, you know, people like that. I feel like Sarah Bond, she still got a lot to offer in the industry. She's pretty young. You know what I mean? But I'm very curious of where they're going to end up at. Hey, Phil, man. Don't listen, Phil. Let me talk to you for a second, Phil. I need Phil Spencer in the chat right now. Somebody get Phil Spencer in the chat right now. Don't worry, I'll wait. Somebody get Phil Spencer in this chat right now. I need Phil Spencer in this chat right now. Okay, Phil? Hit me up. We gonna talk, Phil. We gonna talk. I feel like you need to talk to somebody that has different viewpoints than you in the gaming industry. Huh? Somebody that didn't really agree with everything that you have to say. Well, you know, I had that respect for you. You know, we had our jokes here and there, but we still had that respect for you. Okay, Phil? I need you in this chat, and I need you to talk to the best list on you. Who? Huh? We gonna listen, chat. We gonna make it happen. We gonna make it happen. You know, I haven't done this in a long ass time. I'm gonna start reaching out to these people. I'm gonna start reaching out. I'm gonna start DMing and email. I haven't done this in a long time. I'm gonna get these people here, huh? I feel like some of these industry heads, they need to start talking to people that actually complete their games. A what? Huh? Huh? Phil Spencer, I'm gonna give you until the summertime. But I'm hold on, let me see something real quick. See, I think I'm playing. Follow Phil. Yo, watch this. Watch this. Yo, watch it. They go, what? They gonna get on that. They gonna be like, yo, listen. They gonna be like, yo, no, Phil, don't do it. Don't do it. No, Phil, don't listen to these people. I'm gonna give it to the summertime. Okay, I'm gonna give it to the summertime because I know there's probably little clauses, little NDAs that you gotta abide to. But I need you to talk to somebody that's not gonna just glaze, huh? I need you to talk to somebody that's going to be very real with you, have opposing point of views, and see what you got to say about this goddamn industry. Huh? Forgot the period in front of the tweet. Oh, damn. I messed up. Yo, if I leave real quick too, guys, I'm expecting a package from Amazon. I'm getting my new little clippers. You know what I mean? I need to test it out this weekend. My hair is looking a little crazy. You know what I mean? Not every goddamn stream I'm gonna put on a hoodie and a hat and you know, I'm gonna cover up. There's a reason why I'm doing that. My hair a little crazy. By the way, yo, yesterday I had the craziest headache. Listen, I couldn't even like really work properly yesterday. I had to end work quick. My head was throbbing. You know what I mean? And I went to sleep. Woke up man late. It's like, damn, I missed a goddamn day. You ever just go to sleep and you wake up and it's just like, yo, damn, man. I was planning, I was gonna do this, I was gonna do that, but it's 2 o'clock in the goddamn morning. You know what I mean? You turn a movie on just so you can get back to, and then you gotta wake up early in the morning. I'm happy I'm off for the rest of the week, the upcoming week. But yeah, at the end of the day, I want to wish Phil Spencer, I want to wish Sarah Bond the best. You know, I want to wish them the best in any future endeavors that they're gonna partake in. If it's over here on the PlayStation side, listen, y'all gotta change up some of them philosophies. You know what I mean? I'm gonna just be honest with that. Okay, but I want to wish the best for Phil Spencer and Sarah Bond. Because at the end of the day, I respect what they're doing and what they did within the industry and for Xbox to keep that platform alive for that long. You know what I mean? But seeing Phil Spencer and Sarah Bond, two people that can rally the troops of Xbox as far as how Xbox is now, well, Phil Spencer and Sarah Bond, they could announce bad news for Xbox, and people will take that initial hit, but it's coming from Phil Spencer and Sarah Bond. People will be like, oh, you know, I respect them. You know what I mean? Like, it's not going to be too crazy, you know, for them. You know what I mean? As much as people dislike the move that Xbox is putting their games day and date, or putting their games on PlayStation consoles, you know, it hit them, but it didn't really hit them that hard because it's coming from Phil Spencer, Sarah Bond, if you get what I'm saying. But now you take away those iconic, you know, players within the Xbox ecosystem, the Xbox community. Now who's going to be giving the news? Do they have that same pizzazz as a Phil Spencer, a Sarah Bond, to deliver those type of news? It's not going to be the same. It is not going to be the same. You know what I mean? The Xbox is our friends era is over. Yeah. Phil Spencer, Sarah Bond, how they spoke to gamers on the Xbox side, it was presented in that manner. And it worked. Matt Booty's not that guy. Respectfully. Asha, I don't know Asha. It's my first time even hearing about this person. And the Phil Spencer second paragraph right here, it doesn't sit well with me. This one right here. This right here. Watching her lean in with curiosity and a real desire to strengthen the foundation we have built gives me confidence that our Xbox communities will be well supported in years ahead. This is Phil Spencer being Phil Spencer. This is classic Phil Spencer right here. This is PR Phil. This is PR Phil. Like, yo, I'm gonna be respectful. I'm not gonna backbite. I'm not gonna have any ill will towards this person. Or what's gonna happen. Microsoft has done a lot of great things for me. You know, my bank account is looking good. So I'm gonna end this thing properly. But we know goddamn well this saying this right here, a lot of people's not going to catch on to these keywords. I'm a keyword type of dude. Curiosity and desire. That is not two. This is two words that I do not want to see somebody taking over as CEO of the gaming sector. Curiosity and desire. I'm not trying to see that as the leader. You know what I'm saying? Before that, you got to have some experience. You know what I'm saying? That's what I do see. You know what I mean? Watching her, she's very experienced and she's curious. That would have been a different statement, but it's like watching her lean in with curiosity. Huh? Curiosity killed the cat. And cat's got 9 lives. And a real desire to strengthen the foundation we've built. I don't know. I that don't sit well with me. And yo, I was just saying this to Kendra and Teasy too, man. You see, this is one thing that, as much as I dislike it with PlayStation, it works for PlayStation because they're not in interviews every goddamn month. You know what I mean? Just last year, Sarah Bond, Phil, whoever, was just talking about a whole next-gen console. Huh? Seeing the 2 leading icons of Xbox leave in a matter of a day or to a weekend doesn't build any confidence in no next-gen Xbox console or whatever they're going to be doing. As I said, the man announced his retirement February 20th on a Friday. Remember that song? Friday, Friday. On a Friday. Huh? He's retiring on the Monday, the 23rd. Not even a regular employee is doing that. A regular employee leaving a company, they're putting in their week's notice. Week notice. Not a day, not 2 days, not a weekend, a week's notice. If you just getting the hell up out of there, or if you leaving on bad terms, big different story. You just want the hell up out of there. And if you've been working, if you have a career job and you see that type of people leaving like that, you already know it didn't end well for the person that just leave abruptly like that. Huh? This is not a normal retirement. Once again, today is Friday the 20th. Phil Spencer is retiring Monday the 23rd. Somebody that worked 38 years within the company. Sarah's out. Yeah, Sarah, they don't even mention Sarah in this joint. Oh, here we go. Sarah, he said Sarah right here. As a part of this transition, Sarah Bond has decided to leave Microsoft to begin a new chapter. Sarah has been instrumental during the defining period of Xbox shaping the platform strategy, expanding Game Pass and cloud gaming, supporting new hardware launches, and guiding some of the most significant moments in our history. I'm grateful for our partnership and the impact she had, and I wish her the very best of what comes next. Yo, Phil Spencer had to say that in his message, not Satya. Satya ain't even mentioned Sarah. That's crazy. Yo, listen. Whoever does that interview, Sarah Bond, Phil Spencer, that first interview, woo-wee. That's going to be listen, the content is going to be flooded. Well, you know what? I don't know about the first one. It depends. If the first one is like end of the year, beginning of next year, then it could be spicy. Then it could be like, this might be a tell-all. You know what I mean? Your bass was good, man. Then it might, if the interview comes like, in a matter of months or weeks, then it might be a nothing burger. You know what I mean? It might not be much to say. But I know them NDAs, how them work. Sarah, matter of fact, Sarah might not even have it because she just left. She said, I'm getting the hell up out of here. I'm not even giving y'all the grace period of 2 days. You know what I'm saying? Sarah said, I'm not even giving y'all the grace period of a weekend to get my shit on the Monday out of my office. I'm off. I'm gone today. Deuces. Huh? That's crazy work. Let me see. Shama. She's the head of AI. That's a crazy thing about it. She was the AI executive. Yes, that's crazy. Imagine seeing that. The AI executive taking over gaming. That, to me, that don't sound right, bruh. I feel two things at once: humility and urgency. What? The urgency because gaming is in its period of rapid change. Oh, here we go. There it is right there. Rapid change. Hey, we gonna push this AI into this joint. And we need to move with clarity and conviction. Yeah, we gonna force this AI down your throat. Instead of doing it secretively, we're gonna be very transparent that we're doing it. Crazy. I'm stepping into work shaped by generations of artists, engineers, designers, writers, musicians, operators, and more to create worlds that have brought joy and deep personal meaning to hundreds of millions of players. The level of craft is exceptional, and it is amplified by Xbox, which founded in its belief that the power of games connects people and pushes the industry forward. Thank you, Phil, for his leadership. And to every studio. Damn, she ain't even mentioned Sarah Bond. Nah, I don't like that, y'all. I don't like that. As monetization and AI. Yo, what I told y'all. What did I tell y'all where the industry's go? I didn't even read this, y'all. I'm gonna keep it, yo, bro. I'm gonna keep it 1,000. What I told y'all before, or where I said what this retirement and where I feel like this industry is going, a lot of these people are not for. I said what they're trying to do, monetize these gamers that don't want to play games. You know what I mean? That don't have the time to play games, but want to get the perks that everybody's putting the work into. Huh? And AI. I legit, and she's confirming it here in her goddamn statement. Oh, you soulless AI slop and influence the future will not chase short-term efficiencies or flood our ecosystem with soulless AI slop. Yo, she's confirming she's going AI. It's not going to be AI slop. That means they got their ears to the ground. They listen to what people are saying. Games are and always will be art, crafted by humans and created with most innovation technology provided by us. This is a powerful statement right here. This is a powerful statement, but I'm on the wait and see approach with this statement right here. It sounds good, but I just skimmed over your whole book, and I don't see Sarah Bond, the person that was in charge of Xbox, in your statement here. You spoke about Phil, because Phil's giving you the grace and whatever that he's gonna retire in 3 days. But you're not talking about the other person that also shaped what Xbox is doing, huh? And what other reason does Phil Spencer and Sarah Bond have with retiring, other than this full push right here? Huh? This statement right here, every gamer that plays on Xbox, y'all need to highlight this and continue posting this to these Xbox people. Huh? Y'all need to yo, 1 second, y'all. Hold on. Let me get my package real quick. Yeah, y'all. Oh, they came. Both of them came on time too. But both of them came at the same time. Okay, we got these. I guess I'll show y'all. Let me open this up. I don't want to show my package information. JayBari, copy of Resident Evil came in early or something? Nah. I got some new clippers. I'm gonna show you the game that I got. Well, I already got the game, but I just got the physical edition because I'm a big fan of the franchise. But if y'all don't know, like, I cut my own hair. So the clippers that I had is pretty old. Not super old, but I've had them since, like, I want to say 2019. Yeah, it's time to pack it up. So the trimmers that I normally get is a certain brand, but the clippers that I had was not the same brand. Now everything that I have is the same brand. So let me show y'all the game I got. I don't know if y'all see that, but this is Yeez 10. This is the Proud Edition. That's got the PlayStation physical disc. Every Yeez game, I get the physical on top of the digital. I double dip with Yeez, if y'all can see that. And then the big boy, my Babyliss clippers are here. So I'm gonna cut my hair this weekend. I ain't cut my hair in like a good month, so I need that to be done. You dig? If y'all cut your own hair and y'all not using Babyliss, I don't know what y'all doing. That's why y'all shape up look like how it's looking. Y'all looking like the Black Ranger when y'all trying to shape up y'all own hair. Y'all not using Babyliss. I'm not sponsored by Babyliss, but I will promote them. Babyliss. Let me see how these joints feel real quick. We got a nice box too. Oh yeah, they feel nice. Oh yeah, we cooking with this, y'all. Listen, we cooking with this, y'all. Woo! Y'all want a new series, Cutting with Bari? Yeah, I've been cutting hair since like high school. I used to cut my basketball team hair as well. Like certain players on the basketball team and friends' hair, I used to cut their hair. My brother hair, I cut my brother hair as well. But yeah, you know what I mean? I'm gonna have some fun this weekend. I'm gonna have some fun this weekend. Yeah, these are real premium. These are about, I think these are like $250 or like $280, something like that, for these clippers. But now everything that I have, trimmers, everything is Babyliss. You dig? But yeah, what were we talking about again? Oh, AI and Asha. How she ain't mentioned Sarah Bond in this look, they already got a picture. A message from Matt Booty. Hold up. Hold up, y'all. If I go over, yeah, these are the Tomb 45, yeah. Seattle Chef. If I go over Matt Booty's long ass book and don't see one Sarah Bond in this long ass book, it's gonna be a problem. It's gonna be a problem. Let's see. I read Phil's note with much gratitude. He has been a steady champion for game creators and studio teams. I've learned so much from his leadership over the years. All our games has benefited from his foundational support. I'm grateful. I'm also grateful for Satya for his ongoing commitment to gaming and holding a vision how it can connect back to a larger company. Looking forward, I'm excited to partner with Asha, our next CEO. Our first conversation centered on her commitment to make great games and the role that plays in our overall success. She asks questions, push for clarity, and wants our choices grounded in player and developer needs. That mindset matters as the industry around us is quickly changing. How players engage, how games are made, and how the industry, how the business models and platforms evolve. Ooh, this sentence exactly right here is the reason why Phil and Sarah's out of there. The fact that you mentioned all of this and you not mention Sarah Bond within it. So this is how I read things, or this is how I interpret things, right? When I see a message like this, it's like you're excited for your partnership with Asha, but you're saying Asha does all these things. Are you trying to say that Sarah Bond didn't do these things when she was your boss? When she was the CEO of Xbox? Huh? Oh, well, whatever Sarah Bond's position was. Wasn't Sarah Bond over Matt Booty? I know Matt Booty was like first party or something like that, right? Xbox Studios. We have good reasons to believe in what's ahead. The organization and franchises have navigated changes for decades. Our strength comes from the teams who know how to adapt and keep delivering. That confidence is grounded in our strong pipeline of established franchises, new bets we believe in, and clear player demand for what we are building. The focus is on supporting the teams and leaders we have in place, creating conditions for them to do the best work. To be clear, there is no organizational changes on the way for our studios. No Sarah Bond in his statement, in his long ass diatribe. Wow. Yeah. Only person that mentioned Sarah was Phil. He dedicated a whole paragraph to Sarah. At the end of the day, like I said before I started the stream up, I personally don't like where this gaming industry is going. You know what I mean? Gaming, we've known and loved, it's supposed to be a D there, is going away. Don't want to be negative. I don't want to be that negative Nancy. But none of this is good, in my opinion. None of it. None of it is good. You know what I mean? None of it is good. All it is going to be promises here. This all this is right here. Promises, 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 promises. Are they going to deliver on them? Huh? 'Cause Or are they going to deliver on them? This is crazy work, y'all. This is crazy work, man. But yeah, that's my little thoughts on it. I'm not really comfortable with this retirement. I don't think it's just like, I'm not going to say anybody got fired per se, but I'm going to say that this wasn't a respectable, maybe from on Sarah Bond's side, you know what I mean? But this wasn't like a peaceful transition over, is what I'm saying. There was some turmoil, there was some turbulence before all of this came out here. And I want to know what it is. We can all assume. I think we can all assume what it is. AI. Charge as we monetize an AI involvement in the future. You know what I mean? If this statement was so true, games are and always will be art crafted by humans, right? Created with the most innovative technology provided by us. This is the statement right here. Created with AI. If this statement was true, you wouldn't have to say a lot of this stuff right here. Where is it at? How business models and platforms evolve. Where are you talking about how things are changing, development change? I forgot who wrote it, but one of them wrote it in here. You wouldn't have to say those things like that. But yeah. Yo, Karen, what's good, man? That's my little, yo, Josh, what's good, bro? Shout out to my man Josh in the building, man. That's my little statement, my little 1-2 about this whole retirement debacle situation. I think it's a deeper situation than what is led to be believed here in these statements, but I could be wrong. What I do want to see is that interview. You know what I mean? That's what I want to see. I want to see that interview. I want to see that interview. You dig? But we're going to move it along, y'all. We're going to move it along because, listen, as much as I spoke about the whole Phil Spencer joint, we got to talk about PlayStation for a second. We got to talk about PlayStation for a second. Okay. So the news came out, and a lot of the things that I'm going to tie into here, a lot of the statements that I'm going to say is nothing new. But before I make my statement, I got something to tell y'all. Hold on. Before I make my statement, I got something to tell y'all real quick. Okay? PlayStation.
You're breaking my heart. You're going down a path I can't follow. I don't know you anymore.
PlayStation.
You're breaking my heart. You're going down a path I can't follow. I don't know you anymore.
PlayStation.
You're breaking my heart. You're going down a path I can't follow.
Now, if you know, you know. But if you don't know, this is not a new video, people. This is not a new video, people. Huh? There's a lot of people within the PlayStation community that they be upset with the things that I say. Because somehow they can't see any reason behind what I be saying. They lack the vision to see past things. And like I said, a lot of things I'm going to mention here in this PlayStation segment here is nothing new. This stuff I've been saying for the beginning of this generation. I've got tons of video talking about this stuff. A lot of y'all that in the PlayStation community has unsubscribed from this channel, has been in other people's chats. JayBari is crazy. He's crazy. But now all of a sudden you're parroting what JayBari been saying for years. Huh? You got motherfuckers using my talking points, trying to use my talking points on me. That's how crazy this gaming community is. Motherfuckers trying to hit me with my talking points. Stuff about PlayStation Plus, how PlayStation multi-platform strategy is flawed. Yeah, I don't remember that video. Oh, don't worry, I'll show you. Don't worry, I'll show you. Huh? Motherfuckers, this the crazy joint I be seeing out here. This the crazy joints I be seeing out here, bruh. I be seeing the craziest joints out here. And these people out here be look at this. 3 years ago. PlayStation's very flawed multi-plat approach. I ain't probably entitled that properly. But this is not the beginning of me talking about this stuff. Huh? I can go down the pipeline here. Let me go in my search. PlayStation. What are you doing? Oh my God, we gonna talk part 2. we gonna talk part 1. We gonna talk part 2. What are you doing, baby? Very disappointed. Price increases, services decreasing, features decreasing. The PlayStation community overall, not a big deal. It doesn't really matter. For years on Whoops, Persona and myself have been saying, how are we benefiting from a lot of these PlayStation moves that they're doing? You're digging yourself a hole and you're causing self-inflicted wounds and you're letting go studios from your own self-inflicted wounds. When I bring up things like it is not right for PlayStation what they earned from the PlayStation community to be funding things outside of the PlayStation community or ecosystem, y'all look at me like I'm crazy. and they try to flip my own logic and my own terms on me, like I wasn't saying this shit. Yo, JayBari, you need to chill. Yo, JayBari, you don't agree with everything. Yo, JayBari, you don't speak of it there. Yo, JayBari, what about PlayStation Plus? Now you gotta make this PlayStation Plus, but you don't have to pay at the PC. Like, I haven't been talking about this. When I bring up these issues, when I brought up these things years ago, y'all shunned it. Y'all unsubscribed. Y'all went to these other YouTube channels. Look, JayBari's crazy. Oh my God. Like, I don't see y'all in the chat. Then have the audacity to tag me in a tweet. Like, I don't know what the fuck is going on or what I'm talking about. To tag me about a video or a news article. Shit about that I've been warning you about years ago. The audacity. Oh, some of y'all motherfuckers. Huh? The nerve. The gall. Huh? Pure craziness. Anyway, breaking news. In the most successful generation PlayStation is having. But they don't need to do this, guys. They're making the most money ever. They don't need Japan Studios. They don't need that. I mean, nobody was buying things on the PlayStation merch store. I mean, nobody was using these features. I mean, nobody bought the game. Huh? Jason Schreier, breaking. PlayStation is shutting down Bluepoint Games, the studio responsible for modern remakes of classic games such as Demon's Souls and Shadow of the Colossus. Bloomberg News has learned. A shocking end for a well-respected studio. Roughly 70 employees will be impacted by Bluepoint's closure. Bluepoint was working on the God of War live service game, Self-Inflicted Wound, until it was canceled early last year. The studio then spent the last year pitching and trying to determine what to do next. Full story. We're not clicking that Jason Schreier because y'all be trying to, have people subscribe and add. At the end of the day, I'll say this. I'm not against a live service game. What I was against with the live service games is the multitude of live service games they wanted to have within the time period. They wanted to have 12 live service games within like a 4-year time period. It was when it was announced, like 2021 to like 2025. 12. And common sense will tell you, if they are doing that much, that would take away from what the PlayStation studios or the gamers is known to like from PlayStation. Here, Bluepoint was doing a God of War live service game. Once again, we have another live service game that was in its incubation. It was being created, but it wasn't presented to gamers. A live service game, mind you. No alpha, no beta, no nothing to get any type of fan feedback to say, hey, will this work? Will this work? What can we improve? That's the reason. It shocks me with PlayStation's approach to live service, because their approach to live service is like, hey, we don't really need the fan feedback. But a lot of this shit that they've been, we heard got announced or got leaked out that was being created. You know what I mean? You see, now they turn that point to, oh, here, we're going to do this beta here. We're going to do this server slam here. We're going to do this here. We see that now after the feedback, channels like myself or What's Up PlayStation or GamingWithPersona has been saying when it comes to live service game that you need. But as risky as live service is, the end of the day, if it doesn't get into the gamer's hand, it's not going to be successful. You're just wasting money. God of War live service game, is that something that PlayStation gamers probably asking for? No, it's not. Is it something that can probably be pulled off in God of War style? Probably, we don't know. We got some of that with Ascensions. If you guys played that back on the PS3 days, you know. Well, whose idea was it for Bluepoint Games, a respectable studio that does modern remakes for these classic games, to do a God of War live service game? You know, we could blame Jim Ryan for that. Jim Ryan was doing that live service push. You know what I mean? But you tell the studio to do something, it didn't pan out. It didn't even make it into market to even try to generate any type of money or anything. And the studio is trying to say, hey, what should we pitch next? Why is a studio like Bluepoint Games even questioning or determining what they should be doing next? That sentence right there tells me that PlayStation head, the PlayStation representative, they don't have their ears to the ground as far as what people want from PlayStation. The most requested games for PlayStation for them to do a remake for is SOCOM and Bloodborne. A studio that does wonderful remakes like Demon Souls and Shadow of the Colossus, the Uncharted, the first 3 games. How are they pitching and determining what to do next? The problem with a lot of things that PlayStation is doing, like I said, they are taking money that us, the PlayStation gamer, is providing from the PlayStation Store, from buying the games, from microtransactions, from PlayStation Plus, and they taking that and not putting all of that back into PlayStation. They're putting that into TV show, movie, PC ports. Huh? The movie money, the TV show money that they make, that don't go back to the PlayStation gaming side. The PC money that they make, that doesn't go into the PlayStation gaming side. Huh? You have gamers asking, begging, yo, you want to do live service? Here's a game you can do live service. Number 1 requested game. How I personally feel about it is different from majority of people asking for it. But at the end of the day, if the majority of people asking for it and you have a studio that's well capable of doing things like that, how are they determining or pitching ideas? Yo, General Tariq, man, appreciate the subscription, man. Welcome to the channel. Hopefully you enjoy your stay here. But like I said, a lot of this stuff is self-inflicted wounds from PlayStation. When you have all these things that you got to divide this stuff for, yeah, you're gonna have some hardships, like this, like what he's saying right here. So this is Herman Hull's statement. He said, "Hello, everyone." This is what he wrote to everybody internally within PlayStation. I don't know how people. I guess we can assume how people get this stuff, but at the end of the day, hello, everyone. I wanted to share an important update for studio business. As I mentioned in December town hall meeting is very important. 2025 has some strong highlights within the PlayStation Studios. Ghost of Yotei launch to critical and commercial success. Death Stranding 2 on the beach further showcase our commitment to narrative excellence and Helldivers 2 and MLB The Show continue to drive ongoing player engagement and revenue. At the same time, we're operating in an increasingly challenging industry environment. Rising development costs and slow industry growth, changing player behavior, and broadening economic headwinds are making it harder to build games sustainably. A lot of what he's mentioning here is because you don't have your ears to the ground. You don't have your ears. I'm not saying that you can't do new things and introduce new things within the PlayStation community or this gaming itself, but you have commercial flops that's happening, and then you're continuing to do commercial flops. You have multitude of live service games that's not even making it out into the market for people to even play to see if they like it or not. To navigate this reality, we need to continue adapting and evolving. Wow. We've taken a close look at our business to ensure we're delivering today while still well positioned for the future. As a result, we're closing Bluepoint Games in March. When I saw this, I was just like, Bluepoint Games, out of the studios that you have at PlayStation Studios that can affect the things that you listed here: rising development costs, slow industry growth, change in player behavior, broadening economic headwinds. You choose Bluepoint Games? Like, do these executives, these representatives, even like watch PlayStation reactions to these state of plays or reactions to some of this gaming news? There's one studio that is constantly being brought up in the PlayStation community as far as, hey, maybe if this studio would touch it, we could get this. And that's Bluepoint Games. This shit is crazy. This shit is crazy. The one studio that can probably like, yo, we can take the time to actually do stuff that the community is actually desiring. We have these IPs that's sitting dormant that we can revive these things like we did with Demon Souls. No. You God of War live service. Oh, you don't know what you got to do after? Oh, so you can't come up with anything? Oh, you know what? We're shutting you down. I'm pretty sure Bluepoint probably one time said, hey, we can always do a Bloodborne remake. How dare you? Nobody's asking for that. The fuck going on? We can always do a Legend of Dragoon remake. Nobody's asking for that. How about you do a Horizon Zero Dawn remake? Well, Horizon Zero Dawn had a remaster that just came out. No, that was a remaster. We want to remake it for the TV show. And that's the problem right there. That's why I mentioned the things that PlayStation gets from the PlayStation gamers, the PlayStation ecosystem, is funding things outside of it. So the fact that you are not solely focused on the PlayStation 5, PlayStation Store, PlayStation Studios, you're not solely focused on that with the money that you get from this goddamn console. It is out here funding TV shows, movies, PC ports, things that have nothing to do with a PlayStation 5. That's why your development costs could be rising. You don't have all the money that's going towards it, going to actually developing these games. Slow industry because you have your foot in so many shit. Every remake that's being remade, remastered, or remade got to have a TV show tied to it, motherfucker. That's the reason why they did the whole Last of Us and Last of Us Part 2 remake or remaster, whatever you want to call it, to tie in with a TV show. Why you think they're doing a God of War trilogy remake? I'm pretty sure that's going to tie in with the TV show. Huh? You got a Ghost of Yote anime coming out, a Horizon TV show coming out. Where did they get that money from? It's called PlayStation Productions. Huh? You're causing your own issues. You can feel however you want to feel about the PC, PlayStation porting games on the PC, but that costs money too. Where do you think they're getting that money from? All those things tie in. I know a lot of people is going to dislike what I'm saying, but it's the truth of the matter. Those things tie in to the development costs, the slow industry growth. The change in player behavior, yeah, this generation is just weird when it comes to the player behavior. Like I said, people are trying to find ways. They're trying to do things to cater to people that don't really want to play video games. They want the perks. They want the things that the people that actually do want to play video games. They want to get there, but they don't want to put in the time. So, oh, you don't want to put in the time? We're going to charge you so you can get these skills and abilities like the person that put the 100 hours into it. But only you want to put 10 hours and you can get the same thing. Oh, you want to do cool combos in fighting games? The person that took the time to learn and sit and do the tutorial and sit in the training room to practice these combos, we're going to make you do it with one button. You want to do a fireball constantly? We're going to make you do it with one button. That's why the player, the change in behavior, because what you're catering to is for people not to play the goddamn game. Huh? The broader economic headwinds, yeah, you're funding shit that's outside the PlayStation. But the one studio that is constantly on the tip of the PlayStation Nation's tongue is Bluepoint Games. This decision was not made lightly. Bluepoint was incredibly talented team, and their technical expertise has delivered exceptional experiences for the PlayStation community. But we're gonna let you go. I need Herman Host in this chat right now. I need Herman Host in this chat right now. I need a DM. I need a message. You need to come out of your office and you need to talk to gamers. Herman Host was all over the every goddamn show on PlayStation in the first year of the PlayStation 5. I ain't see Herman Host since Bungie's acquisition. And that was like end of 2022. I need Herman Host to be in this chat right now. I don't know who the hell you're listening to, but you need to come out that shell. I don't know what the fuck is going on over there. Bluepoint Games? Are you crazy? Yeah, listen, I don't want no studio to close. You know what I mean? That's me being overly optimistic. But yeah, if you're bringing up these points and Media Molecule is not being Media Molecule game came out in like 2018, 2019 with Dreams. Did Dreams take the industry over? Did Dream take the community over? No, it didn't. You have a lot of dedicated people in Dreams creating stuff, but Dreams was not a commercial hit like a Demon Souls was. Even on a critical reception, I think Demon Souls even sold like over 1 million copies for what they have stated. You know what I mean? And that game came out before Demon Souls remake. So that's a longer time for them to deliver something. But you decided Bluepoint, they gotta be some type of European bias over there or something. There's some European favoritism over there on PlayStation. 100%. There's some European favoritism that's going on over there. Like I said, real and true, I don't want no studio to close down. You know what I mean? If Media Molecule is still up, I hope they, what's that game with the paper mache dude? I hope they do something in that vein. I forgot the name of the paper mache dude game. That was a real cool PSP game, and they put it on PS4. If they do something like that, cool. For me personally, is that going to take the industry by storm? No, it's not. But Bluepoint, I want to thank everyone at Bluepoint for their creativity, craftsmanship, and commitment to quality. Where possible, we will work to find opportunities for some impacted employees within our global network of studios. While I know it is hard news to hear, I'm confident in this direction we're headed. Creativity, innovation, and building unforgettable experiences for players remain at the heart of PlayStation Studios. We have a robust roadmap for fiscal year 2026 with much to look forward to in the months ahead. Thank you for your hard work and continued support. Best Herman Host, CEO. Fair Games. We ain't seen nothing from Fair Games. In Fair Games is going the way of Fable development time. Fable was shown in 2020, and now we've seen it in 2026. It's coming out this year. I don't know what to think about with Fair Games. You would think that a God of War live service game would be a safer bet than a game like Fair Games. Huh? At the end of the day, a lot of things that PlayStation is pushing for, where the PlayStation gamer is not benefiting. You're not benefiting. And I've been saying this for years. We're not benefiting. We're losing features. We're losing on service stuff. We're losing out on games now. Yo, Jack Move, what's good, Jack Move? Appreciate you coming through, man. Like, they are the ones that decide to make the service big. Yeah, exactly. You're like, hey, man, do a God of War live service game. Huh? The person that told you to do the live service game retired. He's gone. You're like, what? You studying more than me. What to do, boss? Cancel that shit. Yeah, this, it's changing the economy. We got to get you up out of here. The one studio that can bring back life into a lot of dormant IPs, you let go. And I'm not saying that lightly. I'm saying that they can bring back life to these IPs in the vein of like what they did with Demon Souls. Demon Souls was a cult classic hit. Not every PlayStation game was playing Demon Souls. With that PlayStation 5 version, that brought a lot of new eyes to the game. New polish, new look, new movement, new stuff. So that's the type of quality studio you had, that you could take a game like that and bring it to the mainstream. So imagine other IPs that you have that this studio could have made. Are they going to take 5 years to do a remake? I don't think so. But you can't have them create a game like a God of War live service game and then think they're not going to need time to do whatever they need to do else, whether it's a remake or a new joint. But you're giving ample time to these other studios. You're canceling games left and right. Like I know the PlayStation community, they don't like the whole live service push. And I get it. I understand it. But as somebody that do play multiplayer games, it sucks to hear that whether or not you're interested or not, but it sucks to hear a live service game not even coming out in alpha or beta form for you to get your hands on it. It sucks to hear. Do I think PlayStation needed to do all them live service? No, I didn't. I didn't agree with it at all. I know a lot of people like to twist, the words that I say or say JayBari, he was a shilling for all of you. No, it wasn't. You wasn't listening properly. But common sense is going to tell you, if you cancel a game and if they're doing another thing, they obviously going to need the time, the money for it. Like I said, a lot of the PlayStation money is not solely going back into PlayStation stuff. They're using PlayStation money to fund TV shows, to fund movies, and to fund PC ports. It costs money to do those things. So now that you're putting your hand in these different pots, you're taking one stream and be like, oh, let me take from there and put it in here. Take from here. That stream is going to thin out a little bit now, where it's like, oh, you ain't put out this game in this ample time, but we have to fund this TV show. We got to fund this movie. We got to think about the PC ports that's coming in a matter of months to a year. That needs money too. So you can't get all of what the PlayStation gamer has given or has produced. You can't get all of that. We got to do these things too that don't benefit the PlayStation gamer. Huh? All of this stuff is happening. Studio closures, game cancellations, long developments, on top of loss of features. The uniqueness of the PlayStation 5 gone. When I bring these things up, the beginning of the generation, how the PlayStation 5 was unique. You know why it's unique? Because it's the only thing that could do it. You can experience the PlayStation 5 outside the PlayStation 5. Loyalty programs canceled. Even your fucking merch. How the merch shop canceled. I seen a link to some type of PlayStation gear. It was some weird ass. I was like, what the fuck is this? Whose store is this? It was some weird ass link. All of that's going on in this generation. And you know what, people? It's not a big deal. There's gonna be some dumbass gonna be like, well, nobody bought Demon Shells anyway. I didn't beat it. It was a hard game. Pure craziness, man. I need Herman Hulst to get out of this goddamn office, man. I need Herman Hulst to get out of his office, yo. Herman, listen to me. PlayStation, don't. Now you're causing trouble in my home. Don't rally me up, man. Don't rally me up. Because a lot of stuff this generation, I'm missing out now on stuff I enjoyed. Huh? Because of your dumbass decisions. There's a lot of things I can list off out here that I enjoyed about the console, enjoyed about the studio, enjoyed about a game that is now gone. Huh? And then you try to use these marketing words that you know people are gonna hug on to these words. I mean, guys. I mean, the industry is slow industry growth, but you're posting world record breaking numbers every goddamn quarter. Game sales increasing in this franchise. You just spoke about Ghost of Yote launched critically and commercial excellence, but then had the audacity to put slowed industry growth in your goddamn statement. Because you know people's gonna hug on to them goddamn words and start playing the harp. Sad song. Huh? I don't even know how. Well, you know what? I can see why changing player behavior affect y'all, because you can't even get a live service game out to even adapt to the player change in behavior. He said, when Jim Ryan and Herman kept lying around the PlayStation 5 launch, I knew they were wrong people for the job, and they ended up proving that. I can't even argue. Yo, listen, I was a Jim Ryan defender. I was a Jim Ryan defender. You know why I defended Jim Ryan? Because Jim Ryan was that executive that always incentivized PlayStation. You see how a lot of these third-party developers is like, oh, now we got multiplayer. Yeah, there's a reason why they're doing it now. Because it's not a coincidence that Jim Ryan retired, and then you have these statements from a lot of these third-party developers and publishers. Yeah, because Jim Ryan was funding a lot of that stuff, or going after these things to incentivize people to buy into a PlayStation. So I always defended him for that. The live service stuff, I couldn't defend that. Herman Hulst, I liked Herman Hulst because what he did with Guerrilla, with you know, as a developer with Horizon. But yeah, I'm 100% with you with Herman Hulst, man. I don't like a lot of shit that Herman Hulst is doing or even saying it. Herman Hulst be saying a lot of stuff, but it don't be coming true. It don't be like you be saying a lot of stuff, man. And then right after he says something like that, studio closed down. Yo, look at this post right here. Let me find this joint. Look at this post right here, bruh. Look at how many studios these motherfuckers closed down, bruh. Oh, where is it at? Where is it at? I was like, yo, PlayStation treating this generation like the PlayStation 3. They closing out studios like they struggling. The PlayStation not struggling, bruh. They're making the most money that they ever made. They're not just talking about revenue. Look at this right here. Boom. This tweet right here. Every PlayStation studio closure during the PlayStation 5 generation. The PlayStation 5 generation. Japan Studios 2021. Pixel Opus 2023. Neo Koi, that small studio that said, oh, we're gonna make mobile games, and but gone. 2024. London Studios, the VR games. No first party VR, gone. Firewalk, Concord, gone. Bluepoint Games, 2026, gone. And I don't think Bluepoint is the last one. I don't think they're the last one. That's the crazy shit. You got 6 studios. We're in the 6th year of the generation. You closing down these joints like you in the PS3 generation, where you was actually struggling. And these are the studios. Y'all remember that? You remember that list with the leaks? With the games that was canceled? Gone. This is worrying. This is worrying. This is very worrisome. This is why I bring up the point that a lot of things PlayStation get, revenue, profit, it's not going back into these studios. It's going outside of the PlayStation ecosystem. It's going outside of the PlayStation hardware. It's going outside of the PlayStation store. Because there's no way you making world record breaking numbers every goddamn year. Hey, here's our fiscal year. This the most revenue, this is the most profit PlayStation have generated this year. If that money wasn't going into a whole bunch of different stuff that you have added on this generation, it's not a coincidence that you open up PlayStation productions. Start doing PC ports. Now you've seen studio closure, studio closure, studio closure, studio closure, studio closure, studio closure, game cancellation, game cancellation, game cancellation, game cancellation, game cancellation, game cancellation in 2 weeks, studio closure, game cancellation, game cancellation. Cost of development going up. Economic headwinds. It's not a coincidence. Remember PC games going. Remember games going to PC. Exactly. That's I've been telling Jack for the longest. I've been telling people that is the biggest lie in gaming. That's what a lot of people that don't play on the PlayStation is telling people within the community, people within the industry. This is good for you. You're going to get more games. No, we're not. We're not getting more games. We're not getting more games. We're not getting more features. We're not getting more services. We're not getting none of that. Matter of fact, we're getting less services. We're getting less features, and we're getting less games. It's not a coincidence. The gaslighting has stopped. The numbers, it's talking now. The men and women already taught beginning of the generation. You called us crazy and toxic and fanboys when we brought up these points. But the people that's actually playing on the console as their primary platform to play on is telling you, I'm not seeing no benefits of this shit. I don't see no benefits. I'm a PlayStation fan, true and true. And I can tell you that somebody that put thousands of hours into the PlayStation, that have platinum hundreds of games, that have got over 15,000 of trophies. I can tell you from experience and observing the PlayStation community, the PlayStation ecosystem, we are not seeing any benefits from any of these moves that PlayStation is doing. We're seeing more hindrances. Hindrances is. Yeah, my list is crazy right there. Not gonna lie. Hindrances. Well, look at that. Look at all these. Look at these studio closures. That's crazy. It's not going to be the last one, bro. It's not going to be the last one. I got one more joint to show you. I think I had it bookmarked here. Yeah, right here. Bluepoint Games. This is the studio y'all closed down. This is the studio you all closed down. Huh? Hit after hit after hit after hit. Some of the smaller games even hits. Some of y'all will look at, 500K, 400K. Oh, y'all look at those are flops. No, look, these games are much smaller in scale. And you know one thing I'm noticing with Bluepoint Games? The fact that they are doing these collections, they're doing these remasters or remakes, and it's still maintaining their Metacritic score. Or even some of them is higher than previous. Because you're remaking the game, but you're still keeping the essence of what people loved about the game. Not every remake does that. Oh, damn. I didn't even know they did PlayStation All-Stars Battle Royale, bruh. I didn't know Bluepoint did that. Not gonna lie, bro. That's what y'all should have. Yo, oh my God, that's what y'all should have did. Herman, live service PlayStation Battle Royale game. Huh? It didn't do well back then, but you imagine that type of game in this environment now. Crazy work. Yeah, Sony Ben. Listen, the reason why I'm leaning, I know a lot of y'all have mentioned Media Molecule, but in my opinion, I think there's a European favoritism. There's a European bias, which, you know, Herman Ho's a European guy. But Ben Studios is over here in these states over here. You know what I mean? And Ben Studios have the same storyline like Bluepoint Games. Game came out 2019. Critical reception. Gamer reception much higher. Sales, I don't know where the sales land, but, you know, according to developers, sales was good. With that David Jaffe interview. The next game they was creating was a live service game. I know developers that was working at Ben Studios that got fired. So don't think I'm not in the know when it comes to the stuff. I ain't gonna tweet out shit like I'm some industry dude. But I know my shit. Okay? Their game got canceled. Whatever it was making. And now we don't know what they're making. We don't know what they're making. You said Media Molecule already fired majority of their staff a year ago. Really? Yo, Chips, what's good, bro? I don't remember that. Let me look that up. I don't remember that, Jack. Let me see. Yo, to be honest with you, I don't even think I've heard anything from Media Molecule in like since Dreams. Oh, okay, yeah, it did pop up in 2024. Media Molecule layoffs results in end live curation. Ah, you're right. About 20 people got laid off. But that's the thing though, like from my understanding, look, 70 employees So like with Japan studios, what they did was like they broke that studio down. People who left, they left. But from my understanding with Japan studios, those people did not have to leave the studio. But it left and they made Asobi, right? And some of the Japan people went into the Asobi, or they went into other things. Like how they couldn't do that for this studio. I know he said that they would do that for some of the people, but 70 people is not a lot of people. Some of these studios is 200, 300 people. 70? Yo, Matador, what's good, man? I just don't get this. I don't get this closure, man. I don't get this closure at all, man. It don't sit well with me because, like I said, almost every PlayStation gamer within this community always spoke about Bluepoint Games as far as the possibility of the things that they could do when it comes to game development, or what they could bring back when it comes to game development. It's just mind-boggling to me that out of all the studios, like that's why it tells me that you don't have your ear to the ground. You're not listening to the actual consumer, letting this studio off. You know what I mean? You're not. On every goddamn podcast, every goddamn what if, every state of play prediction. Well, what about Bluepoint Games? They could be announcing, they could be doing. Yo, people thought that even though Sony Santa Monica showed their studio logo when it came to the God of War trilogy reveal, they thought Bluepoint was doing it. You have a studio like Bluepoint Games that are good at remakes. You announce God of War remake, telling gamers that you're early in development, but then let go 70 people that are proficient in doing remakes. You can't make this shit up, bro. You can't make this shit up. You can't make this shit up. Motherfuckers just announced a remake. Then you let go of the studio that did a wonderful remake. You know what? If Bluepoint Games was co-developing with the God of War remake, maybe we could see that game much earlier than what it is, planned to come out. But my spidey sense, my inkling is saying that we're not going to hear anything about that game until closer to that God of War TV show. Because they're going to use the God of War trilogy as the play this to get caught up to why we're here in Norse mythology God of War TV show. And even if they're doing the God of War trilogy, Bluepoint, matter of fact, if they're doing how I feel like they're doing the God of War trilogy, I think they're doing the games individually, right? Bluepoint could have easily helped with that to make that come true. But then you let them go. This game, we probably not even going to see God of War trilogy in like 3 years, bruh. 3 years. This shit mind-boggling, man. This joint is mind-boggling, yo. We got back-to-back horrible-ass news. You know what I mean? Ben Studios. I mean, not Ben Studios. Bluepoint Games. Gone. Phil Spencer, Sarah Bond, gone. And they did Sarah Bond dirty. They did Sarah Bond dirty. You got a whole book report of talking about what these people did and what they're planning to do or what they want to do for Xbox. And you're not even mention a pivotal component to what they was doing with Sarah Bond. Only Phil Spencer mentioned her. Crazy. A studio like Bluepoint, like the funny thing about this is not even for all eyes to see. They didn't even PlayStation. I don't think PlayStation came out and did a public announcement of this. That's the crazy part. That to me, that's disrespectful. They tweeting about Marathon. Listen, I know this is gonna sound like petty, but I don't even want to see Marathon, bruh. I'm not trying to see right now. I'm in my, I don't even want to see a live service game from PlayStation. I don't want to see it. That's how I feel right now. Maybe I will play it because I'm going to be off all next week. But when I saw the whole Bluepoint got closed down and this tweet came out, I was like, yo, I don't want to see this. I was going to tweet something crazy, but I was like, you know what, let me chill. I was like, yo, in my mind, I'm like, I don't want to see this. Like the timing of this is just like, come on. Bungie, that's another problem right there. Them motherfuckers taking PlayStation money to do multi-platform games. Huh? And out of everything I've said in this stream, those words right there, that sentence right there, that's what people gonna hang up on. That's what they're gonna hang up on. Those sentences right here. But disregard everything else that I said. But yo, it's true. It is true. This is a multi-platform studio. Huh? They have the audacity to be like, hey, you want Ghost of Yote charm on your gun? Small ass charm. Hey, if you got a PlayStation Plus, you get this charm. Sit your ass down, please. Put Bluepoint Games on there, charm. How about that? Huh? I want a Bluepoint game charm on this game right here. And I'll consider playing it. Huh? That's how you show respect to the studio. Pure craziness. And I told you, I brought this shit up years ago, bro. And your PlayStation community, they laughed. You know what I mean? When people was clipping me up, like, look, he's complaining about PlayStation Plus and PC gamers not. Hey, JayBari, what about PlayStation Plus? Sit your ass down, please. The fuck out of here. You ain't even tweet about Bluepoint and you letting them go. Not one tweet. Let me make sure. Yeah, see? This news came out what? The 19th? Yeah, the 19th. Yeah, not one tweet. Crazy work. Crazy work. Crazy work. Oh man, listen, man. Like I don't want to. I don't like to be that Debbie Downer, man. I'm normally very optimistic when it comes to gaming, but a lot of the things that I'm seeing, the approach that PlayStation has when it comes to live service, I just think it's off. I think it's off. I think it's off. I think it's weird. I think a lot of stuff that they need to get back to the form. They need to get back to the structure that makes PlayStation successful, and that's focusing on the PlayStation gamer. Anything outside, I don't really care. That would shorten up a lot of them dev costs, a lot of them economic headways, huh? And understanding how to put out a live service game, you can understand the behavior patterns for gamers that play those games. You don't understand that because you got like what, 3 games that people play? Gran Turismo, MLB The Show, and now Helldivers. Everything else has flopped and failed. Everything else has not it hasn't came out. It didn't come out. How you gonna understand the pattern of the behavior of gamers if you're not even putting out those type of games? But it's another layer to it. Those type of games are hindering the development of the things that majority of the PlayStation gamers like. It's a multitude of issues going on over there, man. Multitude of issues. But before I get up out of here, I wanna show this real quick. I hope I don't get banned. But I saw this video where they have Christopher Judge. He was talking about the upcoming remake to like a fan, and he was just like naming off a whole bunch of things, and the fan was like recording the casual conversation that he was having. So the reason why I'm bringing this up, because when it came to the whole God of War trilogy remake announcement, I had a few opinions where, like I said, I felt like they are not going to have it the same way the original God of War is. They're going to change the view perspective, like how the Norse games are. You know, combat and stuff like that is going to be changed up, and things like that. And that's why I feel like that's the reason why that first reveal didn't even show any glimpse of what this game could look like. You know what I mean? Where you don't even see Kratos. Yo, Uppercase J, what's good, man? You don't even see Kratos. Like, God of War trilogy remake got announced, and you didn't see a remake, version of Kratos in that reveal. Something like that, I felt like would have made that reveal much more punchier and much more effective, other than announcing, hey, it's early in development, and then you have a studio that you don't know what they're making. But Christopher Judge, he kind of spilled the beans here, so let's listen to what he's saying.
A new announcement, and I have to come say hi. Are you playing in the remake?
No, well, it's gonna be TC because it's not a reboot, but
A new announcement, and I have to come say hi. Are you playing in the remake?
No, well, it's gonna be TC because it's not a reboot, but they're gonna put all the new technology in it, add more stuff, a new fighting system.
Okay.
So that will be TC. The original.
Sorry, who's
the original guy?
Oh, the original. Right. Yeah. Okay.
This not even a God of War fan. Yo, Dion, what's good, man? This not even, the truth was good. This not even a God of War fan. She's like, who's TC? Like, anybody that knows and love God of War, Christopher Judge saying TC, you're like, oh, you should know who that is. She's like, who's TC? Craziness. But look how this dude is recording. This dude and this girl, they teaming up. She got the microphone hidden somewhere, but he's recording everything. You know what I mean? So this is definitely planned. This is a plan right here. But it looked like, Christopher Judge, he's just, having normal conversation. He's very excited about what's coming with God of War. Obviously, he's a big part of God of War now. And he's explaining to the girl, like, hey, I'm not a part of it. It's TC. But he did spill the beans about new combat and all that, which something that I kind of assumed because how the announcement took place.
And then you'll be hearing about what we're doing probably late summer.
And then he's talking about what they're doing late summer. So, yo, as much people didn't like what I stated with the State of Play announcement, not that I wasn't excited for the God of War trilogy remake, but I did state, I said, yo, the announcement itself, it was weak because there was no visual representation. And I felt like also Sony Santa Monica, after TC Carson should have came out and be like, hey, God of War remake, trilogy remake, early in development, but we're also creating something else as well. You know what I mean? Because if you're just saying God of War trilogy remake and it's early development, you're going to question like, damn, so what the hell? Are they doing something new? Are they doing, you know what I mean? You don't question that stuff. But if you was out there with that announcement and spoken those things, not saying that you got to reveal anything, but spoken those things, that would alleviate a lot of those concerns. But from what he's saying here, they will have something to announce in the summertime.
Oh, that's so exciting. You didn't play, okay.
Yeah. And then you'll be hearing about what we're doing probably late summer.
Oh, that's so exciting. You didn't play in the Sparta one, right? The new announcement too?
The Sons of Sparta?
Yeah.
Well, that's a kind of 2D thing. That's about Kratos and Deimos, his brother, training to be Sparta.
The new announcement.
Yeah, this girl, she's not even a fan. That's the part that I'm upset by. You're not even a fan. You acting like a news reporter. You're just out here for information. You know what I mean? She's not even a fan of it. But Christopher Judge did come out and make a tweet because I guess this this hit the news hard. Let me find that tweet. Hopefully he still have it up. Oh yeah, he still have it up. Okay. He had to clear it up. He said, let me be crystal clear. I have zero involvement with the original games and what they involve. Full stop. As much as I would love that everything I do in the future would involve Sony Santa Monica or God of War, I have other projects I'm super excited about. More info this summer. So what he's trying to state here is that what he's probably mentioning that they got what he's doing in the summer to announce doesn't have to be involved with, it's not involved with Sony Santa Monica, but we'll see. We'll see. You know what I mean? But he had to clear up his statements or his leaked statements for it. But yeah, man. Yeah, she just making content. You know what it is. But yeah, man, I'm gonna get up out of here, y'all. Enjoy the rest of y'all Friday. I appreciate everyone that came through. All the new subscribers, I appreciate you subscribing. If you haven't subscribed yet, definitely subscribe up. I would appreciate that as we try to hit this goal. Also, everybody that read up on a Soldier First Class membership, I appreciate y'all. You know what I mean? Always be on the lookout for the giveaways for that. And yeah, everybody that came through, chatted up in the chat. If I missed y'all, I apologize. If you hit the like button, I appreciate that as well. And yeah, let me know y'all thoughts in the comment section about all of this stuff here. Do you disagree? Do you agree with what I've been saying throughout the show? Let me know your thoughts. But I think we are in a very scary Twilight Zone arc for the gaming industry. Personally, I don't like where a majority of it is going, but there's still a lot of stuff to be excited for when it pertains to gaming as a consumer. But the industry, I don't know what or who these industry executives and representatives are listening to. I think they need to listen to what the consumer has to say. I think the consumer needs to speak out more, you know, and stop being so accepting of everything. But yeah, that's pretty much it, man. I'm gonna get up out of here. Enjoy the rest of y'all Friday. I might be popping up on 60 Frame Online. I think Porter Rock will be going live a little bit later. I want to test out this little clipper thing right here. I want to test this out real quick, and then we'll see. But yeah, y'all enjoy y'all weekend. I'm gonna do some heavy gaming. It's your boy JayBari. I'm gone. Deuces.